I got a batch of PS4 hidden gems waiting for you guys. And welcome to Resell Robin. On today's show, we're going to be bringing you another batch of PlayStation 4 hidden gems. I told you guys I'd have some hidden gems for you guys coming up. I want to thank you guys so much for the last video. It ran over really well with everybody, so that was awesome. Just to let you guys know, we'll have another Switch Hidden Gems video probably coming on Wednesday, so look for that. And Sunday's coming up. It might be PS5. We'll see. The voting is still going on the poll right now, so make sure you guys continue to vote on that poll. I want to thank you guys so much. The subscribers continue to grow. We're now at, like, I think it's 1914. And I want to thank you guys so much. I want to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of November. I can do that with your guys' help. So please, if you like the content that I'm bringing, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And it helps the YouTube algorithm, you know. So let's continue to keep that growing. I want to, again, thank you guys so much for that. These are my new pickups recently while I was in Japan. It was actually a Hello Kitty Gundam collaboration model kit. Super excited to have that one. And this one especially, the new Gundam from the Netflix TV series Requiem of Vengeance. I'm really loving that series, by the way, guys. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it a lot. I love Gundam in general, but this one's pretty good. I'd recommend checking that one out if you haven't seen it already. If you're a fan of the Gundam series, it's pretty enjoyable. But without further ado, let's jump right into these PS4 hidden gems, shall we? Now, the first one I want to bring up is actually Sakura Wars that released on the PS4. And I believe this has an Xbox. Let me know below if it does have an Xbox release. It's a long-running series, guys. Sakura Wars has an anime, of course, but it has a long series of video games throughout the years on the Sega Saturn, on the Dreamcast. They're pretty cool little mech anime combat games. They're like RPG mech combat games, the best way I can describe them. But it's really cool. I enjoy them. I don't think this game got a large print run at all, to be honest. I don't ever hear anybody talk about this one either as well that released on the PS4. And now we're at that weird life cycle point on the PS4 where the games have already hit rock bottom. They're not going to go much lower. And now they're starting to dwindle away a little bit. And you're going to see that pattern more and more as GameStops liquidate their inventory and people are dumping them at thrift stores and stuff like that. And that's when you start getting to that point when the games start drying up. That's what happened with the Xbox 360. That's what happened with the PS3. And that's what happens with most stuff. So I'd recommend picking this one up, especially if you can get it for a good price. The next one I want to cover is actually a VR game that released on the PS4. And that's actually The Persistence. It's a really cool first-person survival horror game, or horror, if you will, game. I don't know about survival horror, but a horror game nonetheless. It's a really cool one that not very many people talk about. And there was a lot of horror games that released on the PS4, to be honest, the VR, which I loved. And I do think the VR games may end up having some decent value down the road, and we're talking way down the road. There may be completions to try to get like a full set of the VR games, and that would be interesting. I'm personally grabbing up as many of them as I can right now because they're all really cheap. I think this one's like $20 and under. And it's a pretty cool little horror game. If you like first-person horror games, you'll probably enjoy this one. And for $20 and under, why don't you give it a go? The next one's actually a late in its lifespan release on the PS4. And that's actually Poison Control. This is an anime RPG game that released pretty late in the life cycle of the PS4, to be honest, by Niz. I don't really see too many people talk about this one as well. What else is there really to say? I mean, anime RPGs and scarcity tend to go together. Niz seems to produce a little more copies of some of their games nowadays versus back in the day. They were a lot less produced, I think. But with that being said, when it's usually in a late in the life cycle type release, those tend tend to go up in price a little bit more than your non-late release, because I think they print less copies during that point or something like that. I'm not too many sure. Let me know in the comments down below on that. But yeah, this is another one. It's like right around 20 bucks, 25 bucks, and I would pick this one up. Right now, again, is the time, guys, to be picking up these PS4 games because they're so cheap right now. And you never really know for sure which one's going to go up by a lot. You can have good educated guesses like me with print runs and things like that, but I don't know. There's also the X factor of like a streamer playing it to the moon, or like Metal Jesus covers it to the moon. So I like to pick up any and all of the, me personally, anime RPGs that I can get on the PS4 for dirt cheap. Now this one's not obscure by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think it gets enough love at all. And I wanted to bring it up because I love the series, and that's The Last Guardian. This is a game by the same people who made Ico and made Shadow of the Colossus. I love those games, and this is in this part of that series, and I love The Last Guardian. I think it was a pretty cool and underrated game, to be honest, in my opinion. Is it the best game ever? No, but it is pretty damn good. And when you're sitting at around like $20 or less, definitely worth picking up. And I don't see anyone talk about it. And if for anyone who knows, like Ico went up as time went on, so did Shadow of the Colossus. So this is another one where it's probably at its rock bottom, guys. Like, it's not gonna go nowhere but up from here. And I don't mean like to the moon overnight. I mean down the road. But I don't think it's going lower than this. And this is a damn good game in this series. Like, if you like Ico and you like Shadow of the Colossus, you're gonna have a fun time with this one. I highly recommend you pick it up. It's PS4 exclusive, and I really enjoy it. I think the art's beautiful in it, and I think it's criminally underrated, in my opinion, to be honest, but that's just me. This one is actually a Japanese exclusive game, and as you guys know, I was just a fan. I picked this one up, and I'm going to go into more depth on why I picked this one up. And that's Like a Dragon, The Man Who Vanished. Now, this is takes place between Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth. This is like the story of the main protagonist from all the other Yakuza games who wasn't really much in Like a Dragon, and this tells you what he was up to. What's interesting about this one was this didn't get a physical release in the US. It only got an Asian English release through your website and then in Japan. And by the way, the Japanese version does contain English menus and English subtitles for those of you that are looking to play it. I'm super excited to have this one because I didn't want to not have the complete Yakuza series when I don't know, for whatever reason, this didn't get a physical release in the US. It has a digital version, but there was just no physical copy of this. And I think this has the workings to go up a lot in the US here. This game's been out a little while, and it's still going for right around 3,500 yen in Japan, or 22 US dollars, 26 US dollars, something like that. I really think this is one that will go up versus like the other Like a Dragons. I think this is definitely one to add to your collection. If you're looking to have the complete series, of course, there's no reason not to have this one. I love this series. This one's a beat 'em up like all the older Yakuza games, whereas, you know, Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth is now turn-based RPGs, which I loved. Like a Dragon. That game was awesome. So I'm super excited to continue the story in that one. That's next in my list to play. I'm playing Life is Strange Double Exposure right now. Ooh, man, I'm having fun on that one. I'm almost beat it. I'll let you guys know, I think, when I'm done with it, but I'm having a good time with that one. The last one I want to cover, I can't even pronounce this. It's Yumakari Kanawa. It is a really cool 2D side-scrolling like platforming game. And I do know it also has some characters from Cave Story in it. And I think it's really cool. It uses like a rubber banding mechanics to like sling itself and stuff. Really unique, cool little game that a lot of people don't talk about at all. And I highly recommend you pick this one up. It's still going for right around 40 US dollars right now after already being released for a while. I don't think that many copies were made of this game, and it's a damn shame because it's a pretty fun little platformer. So I really recommend running out, grabbing this one if you can. Probably only going to go up, like really these two, I would say definitely pick these up. They're probably going to go up in value as time goes on. Do what you will with that. But that's my PS4 hidden gems today, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the games I posted today and talked about. And let me know some games that I need to pick up because I'm always getting more and I always can use more. So I really want to thank you guys so much. It helps me gain my collection and helps the channel grow. So I really appreciate all that. Again, make sure you guys, if you like what I brought here, make sure you guys like the video, comment on it, and subscribe to the channel because we really want to get to 2,000 members. But again, I want to thank you guys so much. We'll have that poll. Make sure you guys vote in it. I want to thank you guys again so much. And as always, stay savage. You can never go wrong with those PS4 hidden gems, am I right?